What's good, everybody? I hope everybody's doing well today. Welcome again to Shelton J. Keep on pushing. Thanks again for the prayers and support. You guys have been absolutely tremendous, and I just continue to pray that God continues to bless you all in a mighty, mighty, mighty way. Today, I would like to get into letting those weights that so easily beset us, being able to let those things go that's hindering us from being what God wants us to be. I want to come from Hebrews chapter 12, verse 1. And it says, therefore, since we are surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses, let us throw off everything that hinders and the sin that so easily entangles, and let us run with perseverance the race marked out for us. Have you noticed that when we see a person run a race in the Olympics or just regular track and field events, that they have to prepare in order to be able to run that race effectively? All right, they have to go through months or maybe even years of training in order for one race to take place. So, and also one thing you may want to notice is that even in the midst of their racing, they barely have any clothing on because they want to lay aside everything that's going to hinder them from reaching their maximum speed in that particular race. All right. And another thing that we notice when we see someone racing is that everyone has a lane to run in. Everyone has a path set before them, a direction for them to go, for them to succeed and get to the finish line. Even though every one of them have a different lane, they're all in it for the same purpose, is to get to the finish line, is to win the race. So if you lay aside everything, every sin, every weight that hinders you from accomplishing your mission, then you're going to be more apt to get to the finish line and reach your goal. And in the Christian race, heaven is our goal. So we want to lay aside and push those things, whatever those things may be, whether they're individuals, whether they're things, whether they're jobs, whatever it is that's getting in the way of us being everything that God is wanting us to be, then we're going to have to lay that aside because, again, the victory comes when we get to the finish line, which in this case is heaven. So we have to do all we can do in order to not have those things that's going to hold us back to get to where God wants us to be. And it's easy to do. To have these things that weigh us down. It's easy to get caught up in everyday life. It's easy to get just caught up in just a daily task of just being an adult out here, being a person out here that's just living. So it's easy to get caught up in those things that the world would deem as, hey, this is just being a successful person trying to make it out here. But we have to be cognizant of saying to ourselves that we have to decide and make up in our mind and in our spirits that we won't let nothing get in our way. We won't let nothing hinder us from getting to heaven. We won't let anything or anybody stop us from our God-given destination. So we have to have our mind made up that we're going to run this race again with perseverance and running it with such a determination that I want to finish the race. And one thing about racing, everybody doesn't get first. Only one person gets first. Only one person gets a chance to say their ultimate goal is they win the race. But everybody runs the race. So we're all running the race. But in this particular race, the Christian race, again, everybody wins because we all get a chance to go to heaven once we finish the course, once we finish our race. When God says, welcome my son, welcome my daughter into my kingdom, because you ran this race that was set before you. But we have to do the daily training. We have to do the extensive things each and every day. So when we get out here and run this race, we're effective in running the race. If we just jump up one day and say, I want to run a race, and we don't do any training, you can expect yourself to lock up and Charlie horse and sore muscles and everything else. You probably won't finish that race. So we have to prepare ourselves in the Word, reading, praying, fasting, just getting ourselves prepared, because again, we want to finish the race. And as we finish the race, as we get to the prize, as we get to heaven, we'll realize that, okay, you know what? All that preparation, all that training, all that hard work, all those sweaty days, all those days that we were tired and we just really didn't feel like doing it, once we get to heaven, we'll realize it was all worth it. So that's the reason why we lay aside these weights. That's the reason why we run this race with perseverance and we run with determination, because in the end, it's all worth it. Let's keep on moving. Let's keep on pushing. Let's keep on keeping on. May God bless you guys. May God keep you guys. Hit me up. Keep on pushing at ymail.com. Peace.